Hi everyone, hope you're doing well. For today's stories, I have a story about siblings not agreeing with each other and a petty revenge story about a roommate. So let's get started. Story 1. Am I the donkey for letting my sister go thirsty through an entire meal? My sister does this thing where she'll just say something she wants with the expectation that someone will do it for her. For example, if she wants the AC turned on, instead of asking someone to turn it on for her, she'll keep repeating things like, "Oh, isn't it super warm in here?" Or, "Does anyone else feel really hot?" Or, "I heard that today is a super hot day." And if someone asks her if she wants the AC on, she'll reply with, "No, no, I'm good. But if you're hot, then you should turn it on." Anyways, last weekend it was my birthday, so my family and I went out to celebrate. During the meal, she kept making comments implying that she wanted another cocktail, but wouldn't order it. The waitress even came by and asked if we needed anything, but she didn't order a drink even when we all did. I could tell she was agitated at that point, but it was my birthday, so I just ignored her. When we all got home, she got really snippy and said that it was super rude that we all got our own drinks and didn't order one for her. My brother and I brought up that she said no when the waitress asked, but she said that wasn't the issue. In her opinion, we should have known to order her a drink too, because everyone else got one, and the fact that we let her go thirsty was inconsiderate, and that in the future we ought to order her drinks too. She also said that she was only saying no to the waitress because her family should have taken care of her. Her words, not mine. The three of us have been kind of arguing back and forth about it, and I'm just tired of fighting. So I wanted to get some more opinions on whether or not I should have ordered her a drink as well. Comment 1. Not the donkey. I think it would actually be considered rude to order someone another cocktail after they specifically told the waitress no. If I say I'm not drinking anymore, but someone orders me another drink anyway, I would be annoyed that they decided they knew better about my alcohol consumption than I did. Comment 2. I agree, but next time I dined with that sister, I would ask for a pitcher of water to be put in front of her. Comment 3. Yes, thirsty equals water. Comment 4. When learned helplessness, weaponized incompetence, and entitlement collide, not the donkey. Comment 5. Add in some narcissistic and main character syndrome traits for fun, and you've nailed it. Not the donkey. Comment 6. Not the donkey. If she wanted a drink, she could have ordered one. Weird game she's playing, but nobody else has to play it. Comment 7. Not the donkey. Sounds like she is old enough to drink. Otherwise, I would have thought she was 8 years old with this silly behavior. Hope she's in therapy. She's got issues. Comment 8. Not the donkey. Tell her to go to assertiveness training. Tell her to practice being independent. Tell her people can't read her mind and people don't want to read her mind. That's what her mouth is for. Comment 9. My mother does this. It's annoying. She'll get in the car and ask, "Do you want coffee?" I'll say, "No, but we can stop at Java Jack's on our way if you want. Not a problem." She'll say, "No, not if nobody wants any." I used to just do whatever she implied she wanted, but I eventually got annoyed with it and stopped accommodating the passivity. Now she thinks I don't care about her, but she's too passive to announce it. Edit to say, not the donkey. Comment 10. Not the donkey. If she's old enough to drink, she's old enough to use her adult voice. Does she expect her family to go to job interviews for her too? I have to agree with OP and all the commenters. If this sister is old enough to drink, she's old enough to speak up about what she wants. Story 2. Silver Threads. Several years back, I took on a roommate. Younger guy, about 25. I was in my mid-50s. He worked at a local store on the night shift. As I am a quiet person, there was never a problem with him needing it to sleep during the day. I merely puttered about and kept noise to a minimum. We were simply roommates, not best buds or anything. The room came with a queen-size mattress, but no frame, courtesy of an earlier roomie, and a desk. Anything else he wanted was up to him. Rumi took himself to work each night, returning in the morning, and all was well in our world, paid his rent and bills on time, which was a nice change from the run of bad roomies I had recently experienced. About halfway through that second month, he just seemed a little off. Nothing huge, just a general feeling of something being out of kilter. The next week, I hear him moving things around in his room. Then he pops out carrying a duffel over his shoulder. He tells me some story about going to visit his dying grandmother. Seems his cousin paid for the air ticket. Lets me know that he'll send the rent and bills money via a cash service when it is all due. Just let him know the totals. Week after that, I text him the totals. The next day, another text. Then voicemail. A message via social media. Yeah, you guessed it. He's done a runner. Every day for 10 days, I try to get into contact with this guy. Every text and message is left unread, every voicemail unanswered. I sent a final text, message, and voicemail, and made it clear I was going to sell or donate anything I find in his room in 30 days. 30 days later, I opened the room and it's a treasure trove. Older vinyl records, vintage handheld game systems, a couple of guitars, and a whole bunch of silver coins. I literally got enough cash to have covered his rent/bills for another 3 months. The really petty revenge part? Several months later, I actually got a phone call from him. He is shocked to find that I have, number one, moved to another state, number two, not taken all his stuff with me, and number three, actually sold everything just like I told him I would do. Seems he was convinced I was some moldy oldie who would happily store his stuff for months and just hand it all back whenever he got around to it. Nope. Comment 1. Gold star for you. What an entitled twit. Him, not you. Comment 2. I feel like everything you did was within your rights. Comment 3. I can't stand it when people make really poor decisions and then are shocked when the people affected don't roll over and take it/clean up their messes. Were any of the LPs worth keeping? Comment 4. LMAO. He really thought you were gonna be his free storage unit? Good on you for actually following through. Most people just talk big, but you delivered. Comment 5. This felt so good to read. He'd effed around and found out. Comment 6. I had a midnight runner as an apartment manager. As I'm throwing his stuff in the dumpster, I find $200 under his mattress. Nice bonus. Comment 7. Bet he'll think twice before doing that again. Comment 8. That was perfectly proportional revenge. I totally agree. Hats off to OP for following through with his words. And his old roomie was very entitled to think that OP would not follow through with his words and just keep his stuff until he came back to ask for it. Let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I will see you next time. Bye!